All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. And salutations to the Yakim out there laboring of the hopeful elect that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. And you just can't make this stuff up, man. This is the article here. Brothers pretty much already know. This one is from the Press Democrat, and it reads: Bob Lee, Cash App founder and mobile coin executive, fatally stabbed in San Francisco. All right, and you know, uh, things are just getting weirder and weirder by the day, man. And it's just funny how you have these high, uh, you know, guys that are pretty much high up in the financial system that are pretty much making headline news, And I'm gonna read the article here, and it says Bob Lee, a technology executive who created Cash App and was currently chief product officer for MobileCoin, was fatally stabbed in downtown San Francisco early Tuesday, according to the cryptocurrency platform and police. The San Francisco Police Department said in a statement that officers responded to a report of a stabbing near the city's uh, Embarcadero waterfront at 2:45 a.m. Tuesday. They found Robert Lee, 43, suffering from apparent stab wounds. And pretty much the narratives now is that they're pretty much blaming the city. The city pretty much deteriorating, and it's a pretty easy narrative to go along with. But we also know, all right, that things are happening in the financial sector, of unprecedented, just unprecedented fashion, pretty much. You see? All right, here it is. We have the failing of these banks, and bigger banks are pretty much taking over the debt of the smaller banks, and pretty much everything is trying to be streamlined and funneled into a reset type system, And I got a video here that pretty much goes into what the system is going to be now. And it's just the irony of this whole thing, this whole thing with FedNow, which you can make instant payments. And what's going to happen is banks are going to pretty much use this app, this system, all right, for every single individual, okay, to do transactions of money and funds. But it's just the irony of it, is that Cash App was pretty much that lead in charge of this, And then you have the likes of Venmo and Zelle. They all pretty much were on this platform. But now, the new sheriff's in town. Uncle Sam is pretty much rolling out what you want to call the same payment system that these other ones been using, but this is going to be controlled by the feds, okay, the Federal Reserve. But we're going to play a little bit of this, and we're going to get a little bit of understanding of how it's going to work.
Use my own language in the app to send money around the world. Download the Remitly app today.
This was the most downloaded money transfer app of 2021 because you can send support.
In today's fast-paced world, time is money. More people, businesses, and organizations are demanding instant payments. That's why the Federal Reserve is developing the FedNow service, a safe and efficient instant payments infrastructure that will modernize the U.S. payment system. The FedNow service will give financial institutions the opportunity to innovate, enabling their customers to send and receive money in seconds, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Funds will settle between financial institutions in real time, which means there's no buildup of interbank complications, and end users will have access to the funds in seconds. How will the FedNow service work? Imagine the owner of a coffee shop is running low on coffee beans and needs to schedule a quick delivery. She places an order, and the coffee bean company sends her a request for payment. She responds to the request for payment and pays for the coffee beans right then and there through an app from her credit union, which uses the FedNow service. Once she
and this is a perfect example right here of buying and selling. Okay, all right. Now they're giving you an example now, and he's showing you a business owner, okay, that can use the system pretty much to replenish their dwindling supply, okay, basically pretty much, and then be able to have it for the consumer, okay, for sale. All right.
Initiates the payment. Her credit union screens the payment and sends an ISO 20022 compliant payment message, either directly or through a service provider to the FedNow service over the Federal Reserve's FedLine network. The FedNow service instantly validates the payment message and passes it along to the Coffee Bean supplier's bank. In real time, the supplier's bank confirms to the FedNow service that it intends to accept the payment, and the FedNow service debits and credits the master accounts of both the shop owners and the Coffee Bean supplier's financial institutions, or the master accounts of their correspondents. The FedNow service also immediately sends a payment message with an advice of credit to the supplier's bank and notifies the shop owner's credit union that settlement is complete. Finally, the supplier's bank credits the supplier's account in near real time, making the funds available. The supplier's bank will have the option of sending a confirmation to the shop owner's credit union that the payment has been posted to the supplier's account, providing the coffee shop owner with certainty that the payment was received. The FedNow service will be designed to be flexible and support a broad range of potential use cases. Banks, credit unions, and other industry providers can use it as a springboard for innovation to support a range of applications such as account-to-account transfers and bill pay. For example, now imagine it's after hours and the shop owner gets a reminder that her car insurance bill is due today. She may be able to avoid a late fee by initiating a bill payment in her credit union app and selecting to pay it now.
And it's being rolled out pretty much as a convenience, real-time payments, and something similar to what these other apps that we pretty much use in everyday life are, But this right here is going to be funneled and it's going to take on a new twist, It's pretty much going to be more control, okay, from the government, See, so the irony of what went down, early this week, pretty much with the founder, and pretty much he had his hand in a lot of things though, because he was the creator of Square, and also he was on the executive board of a cryptocurrency, mobile coin, and pretty much that's going to be the way to get around, pretty much off the grid payments through cryptocurrency. You see, so that is the rival, and it's going to be interesting to see, how this is going to pretty much affect that, and what transpires to where, the new sheriff in town pretty much has to knock out the competition, pretty much. You see.
Later, she repays a friend for a pizza they shared using an app provided by her credit union that clears and settles through the FedNow service. With this service, banks and credit unions can remain competitive by offering the type of payment options customers increasingly expect in today's fast-paced world. The FedNow service will support flexible adoption, allowing financial institutions the option to work with aggregators, processors, and correspondents to adopt the service. Banks and credit unions will also have the option to adopt the full set of FedNow capabilities or sign on as a receive-only participant. The initial launch of the FedNow service will focus on core clearing and settlement capabilities. Additional features will be released in phases to meet evolving industry demands and changes in technology. Get ready for the FedNow service. Learn more at fednow.org.
And this is pretty much something that's going to be rolled out this summer, as we hear. And this initial video pretty much was already in the making. This is from 2 years ago, pretty much. All right. So now we in the times now to where this pretty much is at the door. You see, and now with the whole issue of the economy and the state of the economy, in order for this old system to be ushered out, things are pretty much unraveling as far as ties to the dollar. The dollar pretty much lost its gold standard. Okay. All right. And pretty much now was only being backed by the petrodollar with oil. Now you're hearing now that Saudi Arabia is pretty much lining up with the BRICS, with Brazil, China, and Iran, Russia, and pretty much are going to pretty much decrease oil production, and really they're going to stop doing business with the United States as far as the dollar is concerned. So it's pretty much the dollar is pretty much dead. So they have this as a perfect timing, but this is all done by design at the end of the day. Okay, because this is what they want. They want this. They want to bring in this new system. You see, because this system is the rollout of pretty much more control, man. You see, all right. But this is going to put a lot of the nations in a frenzy because it's pretty much all of the financial systems are pretty much intermingled and tied together. Okay, so pretty much the U.S. people shying away from the U.S. is going to be from their own detrimental suicide, man. You see? All right, real quick, let's get scriptures. Okay, let's go to. Let's see. Let's go to Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. This man never keeps at home. Okay? We talking about Edom, pretty much, transgresses by wine, but what? His philosophy, his way of doing things on the earth, man. Okay? You see? This man is proud because why? It's because nobody has been able to stop him. The reason the dollar has been so strong for so long is, for one, by the sword, the force of the sword, and really, ultimately, that petrodollar, which where you cannot do any transactions pretty much without the dollar being involved. You see? Okay? All right? It doesn't matter what nation it is. But he never keepeth at home, man. All right? So his policies is pretty much reigning out throughout the earth, man, concerning anything in the financial industry. You see? Right? But it says, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. You got a lot of nations that pretty much rely on this place, man, for every want and need. Okay? The resources are pretty much sucked out of that place, and pretty much, that place is in debt, okay, to the United States, or in debt to what you want to call the Federal Reserve, man. You see? All right? So now they keep you in a financial bondage. They keep that country in financial bondage. That's why debt is not the but bondage. You see? All right? But he says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, saying, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. And we're talking about that debt, man. And right now, with the war in Ukraine, that's pretty much a large blank check. You see? All right? They can print, inflate this economy much faster with a blank check going to a war that they're funding, pretty much, or giving aid to a country and sending out these blank checks. You see? And this money's being printed out of thin air. So you can pretty much inflate the economy much faster. And this is what we're going to see between the implementation of the full implementation of that Fed now, and as we sit here as we know it, is going to be inflation, man. So inflation is about to hit in a very big way. Okay, and this is where you're going to have the people pretty much feeling some kind of way with this whole thing. Because people are really not going to be able to make ends meet. You see? Now you got to remember that this Fed now, this whole thing, is going to be from the top echelon people, billionaires, millionaires, okay, even people that are down to the basic panhandler, okay. They want into the system, all right. So now when you got a guy that's pretty much panhandling and don't have two nickels to rub together, pretty much, okay. They're going to integrate this individual into that system. And what benefit would he have? The benefit will most likely come through some type of basic, the basic income system that they're talking about. Okay? These are going to be pretty much incentives for somebody that doesn't have anything to be able to get, on board with this whole thing and integrate it into the system. Okay? All right? The whole goal is to get everybody onto this system. No matter what financial situation you're in. Okay? what does Scripture say? He causeth all, both small and great, right? Free and bond, rich or poor. Pretty much, roughly paraphrasing, but you get the gist of where this is going. And these other guys out here that can't see it, man, the Lord is simply not dealing with them, man. And pride is going to get a lot of these you jakes out there destroyed, man, because you cannot pretty much yield to the truth, and the truth is coming through Great Millstone, man. You people can't stand that. The fact is that Great Millstone had it right, man. Okay, they had it right, all right, from day one, and these other guys, these other camps cannot stand that, man. Okay, so this is a pride thing with them, but that's their business, man. Okay, because we see where this is funneling, man. You see, and it says, verse 7, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that vex thee, and thou shalt be booties unto them? And that's what's going to happen, though. Okay, these countries are going to turn on this place, man. But it's because they're bringing them into financial ruin. You see? All right? You got to remember something, man. The strength of this place, man, is really to sit still, man, and not fix this economy, man. Okay? This economy is so intertwined with the whole world economy that just this place fails, everything else is going to crumble right along with it. You see? All right? And these other nations are pretty much going to feel some kind of way about that, man. This is verse 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. And this man has spoiled many nations. All of these nations are under the mercy of this place, man. You see? All right? And this place, and hey, this place basically here in Babylon, man, they basically are dealing with these countries in any kind of way they feel. You see? All right? And if you don't bend to their will, hey, man, listen, they come after you with the sword, man, and demonize you. You see? But it says, because of men's blood, and for violence in the land of the city, and for all that dwell therein. And that's what's been happening worldwide, man. And pretty much how this place has pretty much been the hammer of the earth, man. Okay? So it says, woe to him, verse 9, woe to him that coveteth with a evil covetousness into his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. You see? All right? And this man sets his nest on high. Okay? This man is pretty much has been the world superpower, but that world superpower status is quickly dwindling. You see? All right? You got nations that are basically aligning themselves together, all right, and basically coming up against what you want to say the stronghold that's been in the earth, which has been that petrodollar. You see? Okay, these other nations are connecting together and trading together, and pretty much are joining forces. It's going to be militarily as well. Okay, so it's going to be it's an all way around antidote to what they want to come up against Babylon and NATO, man. Okay, the EU. You see? All right, but it says, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and has sinned against thy soul. And this man is pretty much cut off everybody, man. This place is pretty much isolated from everybody, And the nations that are under the banner of NATO are pretty much side-eyeing this place, man. Okay? All right, so there's a lot of, feelings going on now to where they're looking at the common denominator, man. Okay? Which is Babylon, man. Okay? They're seeing this man as the common enemy to everybody, man. Okay? Everybody's going to realize that they have a common enemy, man. You see? It says, right? And this man has sinned against his soul, man. Okay? This man is polluting the very water that he has to drink, man. Or he has to deal with, man. You see? For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. You see? And the infrastructure is pretty much doomed. You see? All right? There's no mercy on any of the resources that this place has, man. There's no mercy on anything of nature, man. You see? All right? It says, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city with iniquity, man. And that's what this man's whole MO has been, man. His whole MO has been just that, man. All right? Right from there, let's go to James real quick. All right. Let's go to the book of James, chapter 5, verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. And they think this is going to be a new phase in what they're implementing, but the weeping and howling, man, is coming, man. You see, for your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and it shall eat your flesh as it were fire. You have right. You should eat your flesh as it was fire. But pretty much, hey, the riches that they have an expiration date on it, man. Okay, all right. And these people are pretty much are going to be. This man is going to be caught pretty much with stolen goods. You know, all right. When Howard Shaw returns, man, this man is going to be caught red-handed with stolen goods, man. Okay, you see. But it says, "Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days." You know, this man has bought trillions of pounds of gold and silver and all the treasures that really mean things in this world, you know, or really have any type of value. Okay, this man has heaped up these treasures. It says, "Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which of you is kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth." You see, and pretty much, man, the laborers, man, are going to be are pretty much crying, man, because why? It's because you're putting them more and more in debt, and with this whole thing with usury, man. You know, an exuberant amount of usury is being exercised on every consumer, man. You see, all right, with these purchases, and you're giving out credit like it's candy, man. You see, all right. That's the fraud right there, man, because it's a trap. It's a web, you see, you know. But these people are going to wreak havoc, man, in the streets, man. It's because why? It's because these things that are in place is going to cause inflation, man. And people are not going to be able to make ends meet. They're going to have to be able to decide whether to put food on the table or to put gas in the car to get to work, man. You know, simple things like that. Okay, it's going to be burdensome to the everyday laborer, man. You see, and it says, "Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton." You know, you never can have enough. You see, all right, always striving to exercise more power. Okay, all right, new ways of oppressing the people, man. Okay, to your benefit. You see, it says, "Ye have nourished your hearts as in a day of slaughter." You know, and it's just how you know you're fattening a calf, you know, pretty much for that slaughter, man. And that's what the Lord is doing, man. The Lord is fattening these people up, man. Okay, so when the time is right, all right, it says what the scripture say. It says it shall rain upon him while he's eating. You see, okay. So while you're in the midst of that lustful financial gain and all the treasures of the earth, you know, okay, all right, that's when the Lord's gonna strike, man. You see, all right, all right. I love priest. I want to pull up is Job. Let's go to Job real quick. Job 27. Let's go start at verse 16. "Though he heap up silver as the dust and prepare raiment as the clay, he may prepare it, but the just shall put it on, and the innocent shall divide the silver." You know, and he's just basically he's just you know, gathering up these treasures and storing them and preserving them, okay, for the elect. Okay, all right. It says, "He builded his house as a moth and as a booth that the keeper maketh." You know, when he got these stronghold households that he's living in with no care and no fear. You know, all right, but living carelessly though. You see, right? It says, "The rich man shall lie down, but he shall not be gathered. He opened his eyes, and he is not." So just like that, as a bad dream, this man is going to be pretty much playing that role reversal, man, like trading places, man. Okay, all right. This man is going to be as though he has never been the hammer of the earth, that he has never been in power, man. Okay, you see, terrors take him hold on him as waters. A tempest stealeth him away in the night. The east wind carrieth him away, and he departeth. And that's the nuclear destruction coming, man. And as a storm hurleth him out of his place. And that's what's going to take this man out ultimately, man. The cherry on top. Okay? Right? For the Most High shall cast upon him and not spare. He would flame flee out of his hand. Men shall clap their hands at him and shall hiss him out of his place. You know, and then this is the what's going to happen, man. Okay? All right, the nations are going to nations are pretty much on the verge of that madness that they're going to have, man, and come against this place, man. And they're going to be happy, man. They're going to be happy. They're going to clap their hands, man. You see? All right? All because of what? You know, you think you're running the show, man, but yo, this thing is on autopilot from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. Right? To drive you to your own destruction, man. Okay? All right? I want to finish it off with Sirach or Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And that's always been the ongoing narrative, okay? All right, when you want to talk about these beasts in the earth, okay, that had that certain dispensation of time to rule and were pretty much taken out. You see? All right. So this place as well. All right. And we're dealing with the toes right now, the 10 toes right now. You see? All right. Which is part iron and part clay, partly weak and partly strong. Okay. But we're seeing it pretty much deteriorate right before our eyes, man. Okay. So this right here, this whole new thing that's coming up now is pretty much really, at the end of the day, another foot in the grave, man. Okay. Another foot in the grave. Okay, because this comes with complications. Okay, it pretty much is going to get a lot of people on board with it though, but it brings up complications as far as your international relations, man. Okay, you see, this man is so much of a busybody in the earth, but he cannot fully focus on one thing at a time, man. Okay, you see. But this is gonna be really to his demise at the end of the day, man. All right. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Rakakodash, Shalom Akim.